Hello and welcome to 60 Seconds with Sergio. I'm your host, Sergio Cabanas, attorney at law here in South Florida. Thank you for joining me today. Today's question is, Sergio, I've married my current spouse without technically getting a legal divorce from my first spouse. So now I live in Florida. Will Florida recognize the validity of my marriage due to the fact that the country where I married my current spouse does recognize it as being legal? And what are the implications of this situation in the event of a divorce here in Florida? There are many countries in the world that do allow polygamy, and it's perfectly legal. That is, it is perfectly legal in certain countries to have more than one spouse. Here in Florida, we would legally recognize a marriage that complies with the laws of the place where the marriage took place, as long as it didn't violate our public policy. It is true that courts will recognize marriages that have taken place in other jurisdictions that comply with the laws of those jurisdictions. So, if you were married in China or in France and you seek a divorce here in Florida, Florida courts will recognize that you have a valid marriage, so long as you complied with the laws of the place where the marriage took place, even though technically you didn't comply with Florida laws for the purposes of the marriage. However, this would be considered to be a violation of public policy. Here in Florida, we simply do not recognize that any person can be legally married to more than one spouse at a time. So that means that the second marriage is considered to be void under Florida law, as if the marriage never existed, even though it fully complied with the laws of the place where the marriage took place. Now, this could play to your advantage, right? If Florida law refuses to recognize the validity of the marriage, that means that your spouse does not have any of the usual marital rights that he or she would have in a normal divorce proceeding, such as rights to marital assets that were acquired during the marriage, or alimony, and so on. So these are interesting concepts that one should be considered if you find yourself in this situation. I hope this short video provided you some guidance with a very interesting area of the law. Thank you again for joining me today, and as always, stay informed so you can stay strong.